Welcome to today's video, where we will be discussing if Elon Musk is actually the world's best salesman. The title says the bait and switch salesman. Is he a bait and switch salesman? And what I mean by that is Elon tempting you in with a low price product with no real need to actually want to sell you that product? He actually wants to sell you the dearest product. And has he got the best way in marketing strategy of doing that? And today's video, we're going to be going in depth into that and why I believe he is the world's greatest bait and switch salesman. First of all, I should explain what a bait and switch is, but before I do go into telling you what exactly a bait and switch is and why Elon Musk, in my mind, is a bait and switch salesman, I'd like to go and ask you to go down below, big red subscribe button, click it. Don't forget to click the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I make a new upload. And if you haven't, at the end of the video, please give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, depending if you like it. It gives me an idea what videos to make more of. Personally, I'd rather you just give me a thumbs up. Now, a bait and switch, in definition, is where a company, a person offers you a product or service and then switches it for a more expensive or more inferior product. So in other words, their main interest was never to sell you product one, they only wanted to sell you product two, which is either inferior or more expensive. Now, in my honest opinion, I think Elon Musk wants to switch you to a more expensive product. I do not think in any way Tesla make any inferior products. So before anyone who watches my videos here is a really big Tesla fanboy or Elon fanboy, I'm not insulting Tesla. I think they make great products. I just think that the way they conduct their sales practice is in a manner to make you buy a more expensive vehicle. Now, there is a couple of ways that Elon employs what I like to refer to as the greatest bait and switch. And I'll be honest, the reason why I'm making this video about being bait and switched is I've fallen for it, and I probably more than likely going to order a Model 3 as soon as I sell my BMW i3, which is available for sale. It might have been sold by the time I actually release this video to the public. But I was going to buy a completely standard range Tesla. And as people know, that never came to England. It was only available in the US as an off-the-menu item. And if you ordered it off the menu, they really didn't want to sell it you. They really wanted to sell you the standard range plus model, which came with a partial premium interior. Now, the first bait and switch there was they never were actually going to make the standard range. They still had full heated seats, etc., etc., etc. But what they did was, because I think no one was going to order it, they made the partial premium interior a very, very small nominal fee more. So most people go, oh, it's only a little bit more and I get all these extra features. I'm going to have that version. Now, this proves that they never had the intention of selling the standard range because they never made the interior for it. And they discontinued it because people were actually ordering it. And Tesla didn't want to sell you that model, so they got rid of it. Now, they still employ this tactic on the Model 3. Now, I'll give you a prime example. If you go to Tesla's website and we custom the order, and this is now, we're talking UK prices, but the same applies in the US. And recently, Tesla have had a big price change. So before, when it was released in the UK, you had three models. You had the standard, long range, and the performance. They then discontinued the long range, and they only sold the standard plus and the performance model. They then changed the price of the performance model to be cheaper, but you didn't get the 20-inch alloy wheels, you didn't get the chrome, you didn't get the upgraded top speed. You then had to add that on for another £3,500. Now, I was just going to buy the performance model with the money I had from the i3 and remortgage my house to borrow the rest. Now, that seems like a crazy thing to do. And yes, I probably agree that remortgaging my house to buy a car is crazy. And really, I should just be buying the standard range plus with some finance on top. But it's only a slightly bit more for the performance range, and that's what Elon wants you to think. It is only a slightly bit more, and you get all these extra features, like you get the entertainment, the upgraded sat-nav, the heated seats in the rear, you get four-wheel drive, two independent motors, and a massive top speed, and it's only £10,000 more. So yes, I fell for the big bait and switch, and he's still employing it now. And I'm going to go through the new price changes. They've changed the prices again. So on the new price change, what they've now done is the Model 3 now comes in at £36,490. Now, there's a thing in the UK called luxury car tax. Any car that falls within the £40,000 or above price bracket pays luxury car tax on the second year onwards. So for an EV, that means you're going to be paying £360 a year road tax, which is a lot of money considering most EVs pay zero road tax. And let's be honest, the Model 3 at 36 for what you're getting is not an expensive EV, and it's in its class of its own for the range it gets and the speed it charges at. So most people will take a gamble that they're going to keep it longer, like 4 or 5 years plus, and will buy a Model 3 at that price. Now, he has dropped it to that, which makes it sound like it comes under £40 price bracket, and I'll tell you why that is. If we go into the cash estimated purchase price on Tesla's website, and we look at the price of the car, it says cash price 37,340, and if we get 37,340 and we actually look what it includes, that includes an £850 destination and documentation fee. So most people go, well, if you add the £3,500 car grant on it, it's over 40 grand. But if you take off the £850, it's £39,990. So it sounds like it's just under the 40 grand price bracket. And I think that's what Tesla are trying to make you think. They're trying to make you believe it's under 40 grand, but it's not, because £800 is delivery fee, which Tesla are charging, and the £50 is the documentation fee, and the only price you can take off the list price of the car to get it under 40 grand is the documentation fee, which means it's still over 40k, which means it still pays a luxury car tax bracket. And my question is, do Tesla know that? And in my honest opinion, yes, I think they do know that, and yes, I do think they honestly tried to make it look like it was under 40k, because what you'll do what most people do. You will click buy on this standard range plus model with no options under 40k, thinking, oh, I'm not paying car tax, great, and you'll buy it. And you'll get to the delivery day, time to sign the finance, and then you'll work out, oh, hold on a second, I've got to pay road tax on this. But you've bought it, you've invested, you've made that purchase decision in your head that you're going to buy that car, and you will. And Tesla have made you do it. They've made you commit to spending road tax on a car that before you wouldn't have done, but now you've made the purchase. You've told yourself you're getting a Model 3. You're excited. This car tax that you were bothered about before, you suddenly don't care about anymore. Now, apart from the pricing specs, there is other things that they do, but let's just quickly go back onto pricing for 1 second. Between the standard range and the performance model, it's 12 grand. And somehow I've told myself that that's not a lot of money. I have never even bought a car over 10 grand, and I'm considering buying a car that costs over 40 grand, and then going, oh no, actually no, I want the performance model, which is another 12 grand on top. Brilliant, brilliant sales, brilliant. Well done, Elon. You've made me spend more money than I'd ever possibly imagined. You've made me spend how much I bought my first house for on a car. How is that logical in my head? How have you done it? It's fantastic. You've even made me believe that I'm now getting something free. I'm now getting pearlescent white for free, and you've changed the way the performance model works. Now it includes that £3,500 grand thing that I was looking at only 30-40 days ago, and it now has the 20-inch alloy wheels, and it now has the carbon fibre, and it now has the performance brakes. And for some reason, I'm thinking I'm getting some benefits, some price things there. But you never delivered any of the cars which didn't have the spoiler and didn't have the thingy in performance. You were always going to do this. You've just made people who were sitting on the fence suddenly go, oh, I better buy one quick because they might change the price again. It's brilliant. It's the most brilliant sales tactic in the world. So this now moves me on to the second, quickly buy it, the forcing bait and switch, the you need to buy it now sort of thing. It's encouraging you to spend money that you wouldn't normally spend. Now, I honestly think they have no intention of wanting to sell you a standard range plus, which is why the difference between the all-wheel drive and the performance model is so negligible, really, in true spec, and they try and give you as much extra stuff as they can on the higher grade models, because they don't want to sell you really a standard range plus. And the reason they don't want to sell you it really is it costs just as much money to build a standard range plus as it does a performance or an all-wheel drive, but there's a lot more profit in selling you a car for 12 grand more that takes exactly the same amount to build, but only has negligible amounts of cost for Tesla. Yes, it's got another motor, yes, it's got a slightly bigger battery pack, but most of the software lock features, the heated seats, the sat nav, the stuff like that, tiny, doesn't really cost them anything. So autopilot is definitely the biggest one that I want autopilot. It's too much for me to, I can't even really afford a Performance Model 3. So I definitely can't afford a Performance Model 3 plus autopilot. So I'm definitely not getting autopilot, but I want to get it because Elon said if I don't buy it, he's going to put the price up as it gets better. And obviously it's going to get better. It's software, it's learning, it's AI, it's getting better every day. So now I want to buy it. And it doesn't do anything. Let's be honest, it doesn't do anything. Some of the features it did do, which used to be included in the standard autopilot package, now don't come with the standard autopilot, they're only with the advanced. And this is, again, he has no interest of really giving you something for nothing. So the summon feature for moving the car forward and backwards used to be part of the Tesla package. Now, the way I read it, it's only included in the enhanced package. So they have very, 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 very cleverly made you want to buy something more advanced, which used to be included for free, but now's not, because they want to sell you the full enhanced autopilot. And the reason I say the full enhanced autopilot isn't worth buying now is it doesn't really do anything, especially in the UK. None of its advanced features do anything, and I don't think it's selling. And the reason I don't think it's selling is Elon keeps saying on Twitter repeatedly, if you don't buy it now, we're going to put the price up, it's going to get better, the price is going to go up. From this day onwards, the price is going to go up. He's pressure selling you into buying a feature that's not selling very well. He's scaring you into thinking that the price is not going to stay the same, and that's left a little bit of a sore taste in my mouth from Elon. I like the guy, I think he's great. He's created a demand for electric cars that wasn't there before, and we should all hail him for that. He's done a fantastic job at making other manufacturers start making electric cars. But Elon, please stop with this pressure selling tactic. I know Tesla has to be profitable. I bought Tesla shares. I'm happy to hold those Tesla shares and not sell them. To be honest, they're down massive amounts of money since I bought them, but I'm willing to invest in the company and buy Tesla shares and buy Tesla cars. But just stop trying to pressure sell us all. We love the company. Just keep the build quality up, make better cars, keep making cars, keep making the Model Y and the Model 3. We'll buy them. They're great cars, they're fun, they have gadgets. But just stop telling us that you're going to shove autopilot up to a ridiculous amount of prices when all the features are out. It's years away, and we know it's years away, so don't try and lie to us. We're not stupid. Thanks very much, by the way, for watching this week's video. Don't forget to go down the bottom below, click the red subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, check out my other videos, and if you want to support my channel buying new cameras, equipment and stuff like that, go have a look at the Patreon page. Thanks very much. I'll see you again next week. Goodbye.